welcome back to this new puzzle. Today we are gonna look at DXY, the dollar index, and EURUSD, and also the fundamental perspective that is actually going to affect the market during the coming week. So let's look at the DXY as beginning. On the daily chart we can see that the price is actually creating an expansion. Exists the possibility that we can see this wave development. So price can move up and it can come down again for this price expansion. However, exists also a very high possibility that all of this movement here was done and we can see the price moving lower from here. So let's break it down on the lower time frame and let's look at the possibilities on the lower movement. During this week and the previous week, on our group we were focused on this rising wedge pattern where the price was formed, and after the breakout it was showing a possibility for a bearish movement. Until this moment everything was fine, so when the price came close to the support area and also that it corresponds with the neckline of the pattern, and this support show it to be very strong and push the price higher. However, we can see that these areas are not holding at all, considering that this candle was closed very bullish, so we can see DXY to test the top of the price again, and it means that we are going to see also EURUSD to be stronger, USD to be stronger during these days. So all of these areas were potential reversal areas. The first one was very weak, the second one is going to show some strength, and probably close to the top at 110.7 we are going to see the first bearish reaction. However, we have to see how it may develop, because DXY acts most of the time in a strange way. The possibility is high that we can see a type of 1 to 3 movement for the completion of the D wave up, and after that the price can come down. Or if price, let's suppose that price is going to lose the momentum, the bullish momentum right now close to the top of the pattern, we need to see how the price will develop before it moves lower again. Also here I am supposing that probably we can see a type of correction that may expand in this way. So we can see this type of pattern for a type of ABC movement, and it can come down as a type of a double top. However, it's too early to say that right now. We need to see the price reaction close to the top again. All the bullish movement that we are looking at today is related to the CPI data that we actually were looking at. So it was highly speculated with this data, considering the FOMC after this movement. So let's look at also the fundamental perspective right now, and after that we are going back to EURUSD. During today we saw that just one moment, we saw the CPI data that were released today, and as we can see they came in these numbers. During the previous Friday, when we saw the non-farm payrolls, it was speculated that the number of the non-farm payrolls didn't came as expected, so it was lower than expected, and Fed was going to increase the interest rates not by 0.75% but with 0.5%, so less hawkish than they should be. Considering the CPI data now and the increase of the USD in value, and as we saw also the bullish movement that happened at this point, it is expected that with the higher inflation numbers, probably Fed is going to be more hawkish. So it is supposed that from, let's say, 50 basis points that it was expected during the previous week, now the market probably is expecting the Fed to be more hawkish and probably to increase it by 0.75. As we know, Fed is expecting to increase the interest rates in order to fight inflation, to decrease the job numbers, and on the other hand to slow down the growth of the economy under the normal trend that they are actually doing. So this is the target, how the inflation can be decreased. However, this is not a must. So in all of this movement that DXY made today, and also the increase in value of the USD dollar, this is only due to speculation of the market, because on September 21st is the FOMC meeting and everyone is expecting for this data. So let's see, these are the possible scenarios. In my personal opinion, we can see the price to be stopped at the top of the pattern, and after that we are going to see what may happen. So let's go back on the EURUSD. This is the EURUSD scenario that I have shared also during the previous week. Just one moment to share with you the previous analysis, because it was done through several updates. On September 8 it was shared the first analysis. It was expected the interest rate decision, and the probability was very high for the price to create a type of movement that was this one here. Just one moment. It was expected for the price to create this type of movement. The first resistance area was the first zone, the second and the third. I'm going on to discuss the details right now on EURUSD and what may happen with it and why all of this happened as well. So this was from the last analysis and price was completely stopped there, and there is a strong reason why it was stopped on that zone. So let's delete it right now. On the daily chart we are still under the bigger picture that we were looking at during the previous time. Price is still under the bearish channel. Look at this bearish channel that was already developed. We have the resistance coming from above, and probably it was expected also here. I'm saying probably because it was not at this point and now the price showed it to be strong there. And here we had the support area. During the previous live stream that I actually did, I shared my opinion that we were in this type of correction, ABC correction, close to the trend line, and probability was high for another movement or probably for a resistance zone that was going to push the price lower. Price came close to our area. As we can see, this is very strong again, and on the other side it came close to the resistance line. So close to the resistance line, despite the fact that we saw the CPI data to come today, the resistance zone showed it to be very strong. Also from technical perspective, if we didn't know anything about the CPI data, this was a very risky zone for holding the positions opened at this point. So from our buy zone here, price moved higher. During the previous live stream, price was above the previous structure, all was fine, and it reached only the second target. Now what we should expect? As long as FOMC is going to be on September 21st and the market now is actually speculating with the data, exists a high possibility that the market is pricing in the increase in the interest rate for more hawkish interest rate. So from 0.5% that we said before, the market is expecting the price to increase with 0.75%, and in this way the market is expecting for USD dollar to be stronger. However, that is not happening yet, it will not come now. We have to be careful because price can make any type of correction and it can keep moving down like we saw the first bearish movement. So we are in a really critical zone right now. But what may happen is that probably we can be also in the type of scenario that price made the first leg up, we are on the second leg down, that it can be something with up and downs, and we can be also on the next bullish movement. For the moment this is not clear at all, it is pointing down. I don't think that it will keep moving lower as long as ECB already increased the interest rate and it is showing the bullish volume, their support for the euro. And on the other hand, this was a very strong movement, so euro was holding very strong until now. So all of this part will be only part of the speculative movements, we need to be careful. We are close at the parity level here, that the price probably is going to stop. Let's break it down on the lower time frame, and what we can see is that price confirmed only a small pattern that came from the top here. So we had a very fast and aggressive double top pattern and price came lower. So let's see for any reversal what we should expect right now, because this pullback is actually very big. As we can see here, price is below 0.618 and it can come also to the previous level before it will bounce up again. So all of this zone is going to be very strong right now. Also the structure that we see at the first one and at the second one. So we have two very strong fib levels. I don't think that the price will keep moving lower. We need to see some reactions. Exists the possibility that we can see any reversal pattern before it can make the bullish or the bearish movement. So my focus here on this part will be if we are going to see any type of flag pattern, probability will increase that the price should continue lower from this point. Considering all the bigger picture, we may see another retest of the lower part. Price can come close to the bottom and it can retest again 0.98, 0.99 as a round number, so it can test this price area again. This is the first scenario. If we are going to see any type of potential reversal pattern, that it can be a type of, let's move it this scenario, This is the bearish one. Let's say that if price is going to create any type of double bottom pattern, it may change the trend on the opposite direction again. Or probably we may see also any type of head and shoulder pattern that it can come a bit lower. So everything will depend how the price will create the reversal movement here. So let's see. We can't anticipate the next movement. We can see also any type of V reversal, like this one here, V-shape reversal, before the price moves on the opposite side. For the moment, trading is very risky. If you buy at this point, because you may think that the price will increase again, your stop loss should be below 0.9865. But it is all the time is very risky. It has higher chances also the bearish scenario, considering the volume that the price is accumulating right now. So also this is possible. So hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. Be careful with EURUSD as it is getting tricky, but I think that probably it will be more speculated this time than tricky. So let's see how it will develop until the next week. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and press the like button for more future content. Thank you. Bye bye.